How are you leveraging AI at Wonderschool?
I posted on LinkedIn a couple of years ago, like who moves faster, a company that has is AI native, or a company that from the get-go, or a company that is not AI native and starts to incorporate AI. And there are a lot of really interesting responses to it. And I I still agree with the prevalence of like the company that is integrating AI can win, but it's hard. It's hard because like when AI is at your core, you just it's just different types of people join your company. There's like a almost like an expectation that like we're just going to do everything from an AI native standpoint. But when you integrate it into a company, it can be really hard because it can scare people. People think that it's almost like people won't adopt it because they're afraid of it, or they don't think it's valuable. Like people don't may not realize it's valuable. So it takes time to help people understand it and adopt it. And and so but we're incorporating it, pretty rapidly. We're making it easier for childcare providers to get support. We're making it easier for parents to get the support they need. And I have a ton of exciting things that we're thinking about and building around like becoming a much more pretty much like an AI native company. Uh, and AI agents were like the concept of an AI. I remember when ChatGPT like launched, and I remember using it for the first time, and it was so cool and so magical. And it's just this moment. Like I remember it was like the first time you're using Twitter, or like the first time like logging onto the internet, where you're like, holy moly, like everything's about to change. And I couldn't figure out how to incorporate it into the business. And then when AI agents became a thing, it was like, oh, boom, that's it. Right. Like, how do we create AI agents for everything? Like, how do we make it so that childcare providers and parents can get their needs met instantly, right? And now on top of that, how do we make sure they're getting the best information? It's really powerful. So what we're doing right now is we're just building AI agents for everything, and we have and one of the things one of our board members told us, he said something that was cool. He said because we were at our board meeting, we're like, hey, what do we do with this like whole AI thing? Because and it's it's Jeff from A16Z, and Jeff, like, A16Z is like one of the biggest like leaders in AI investments today. And the thing we talked about was the way to really be powerful with AI, especially AI agents, is having access to data, proprietary data that you're able to use to create, like, to provide a really good user experience. And so that's something we think about a lot when it comes to parents and childcare providers. And then on top of that, I spent a lot of time talking to government officials who literally are trying so hard to help their communities, but don't know what sort of bills to pass. They don't know how they can help. And we have all this data, right? Like, I can tell you how many people search for childcare in New Mexico in the last hour. I can tell you what they're searching for. I can tell you, tell you a ton of things, right? And so what we're doing is, and with the right like privacy, with the right level of security, we're trying to and the right level of anonymous data, trying to help policymakers make better decisions, right? So that they can help us solve the childcare crisis.